Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chisum, and today we are going to be talking about overcoming defeat. God gave me this word and he really came after me the week after when I was going on my walk. And I was telling him, I'm believing you, but he's like, well, you haven't taken off the veil, the mindset of defeat. And what is the mindset of defeat? Defeat by the dictionary means, defeat means a victory during a battle or victory won. And I feel like so many of us, including myself, have let defeat keep us from being in God's promise. So many of us let 2020 defeat us. It may have been our jobs, our relationships, our habits, things we've tried and failed, and we're just scared to try again. As a child of God, there is no such thing as defeat. If God came and conquered the world, he can defeat any situation. You're a winner by default, which is what someone in my Bible study has said. Being a child of God means you're a winner by default. So I wanted to give you guys this word, as an encouragement, that whatever situation you are currently in, just know that God is the God of restoration. He's the God of victory, of overwhelming victory. Defeat is merely just a mindset. And oftentimes, I was actually explaining this to my Bible study, that when you put on defeat, you cannot see clearly. You're just looking at your current reality, and defeat leads us to settling and giving up. Whereas with victory, despite our situation, despite what we see around us, we know that we are going to succeed, because our God says that whatever we lay our hands upon shall prosper. If it's in his will, it shall prosper. The situation you are in may not make sense. What you're currently doing may not be what God had called you to do, but with having a victorious mindset, having a champion mindset, you have to know that it's impossible for you to lose. There's nothing in your life that can overcome you because you are a child of God. And with that being said, it doesn't mean that you're not going to go through hard things being a child of God. It just means that God has conquered the world. He's conquered everything the enemy has planned against you, or trying to plan against your destiny. He is the God of redemption. He's the God that makes a way. If we look at the story of Moses and how he led the Israelites through the wilderness, God made a way to their victory. The victory was the promised land, and the road they were walking on was a victory. Even though sometimes their mindset, even though sometimes they dwelled in defeat, God would have to remind them, I will sustain you, I am with you. This is where I called you to, I'm going to bring you there. So even in the wilderness, even if you're going through a hard time, in the wilderness, you are victorious, because God is with you, and he'll see you, and he will see you through. My question to you is, what have you been defeated by? What have you been defeated by? How did it transform you? And how did it change the way that you saw God? Because God will never leave you hanging. Sometimes what the enemy does is that he puts a stronghold over us, so we won't see the victory, so we won't see the vision, so we don't see the promise, and we'll be too scared to take a step. But I just want to encourage you guys today that every dead situation, everything that you've let die in your life due to defeat, God will resurrect. He'll bring life to the dead. I remember in my Bible study the week after, or week before, we talked about how God showed Ezekiel the dry bones and how he's going to bring it back to life. And that's something I would pray over your life as well, and what I'm doing as well, to ask God to resurrect every dead dream, dead passion, dead victory, dead plan. Let him to resurrect it. If it's in his will, let him to restore it. I ask him to change your mindset. Oftentimes what I pray about is, Lord, release me from every stronghold and foothold of the enemy. All the ones I see and don't see, and give me the strength to work through this. Give me the strength to overcome, because you are the true overcomer. You are the true victor, and I can't do this without you. So this is just a quick word of encouragement, because being a child of God, you're always going to be running the victory lap. You're always going to be running the victory lap. And that's what he told me last week, because usually when I go and speak to him and take time to talk to him, I go and walk around the track. And as he was giving me this message, he was saying, you've always been walking the victory lap. You always have been. Even when you had your head down to come and speak to me, you were already in victory. So what are you worried about? Do what I have said. Do what I have said. Do what I have said. And I actually want to give you guys, or tell you guys what he told me. In the wilderness, the enemy will try to put a veil of defeat over you to make you think that God left you. That could be further from the truth. He made a way of victory in the wilderness. So today I want you to claim your victory. I want you to claim back your dominion, your power, the authority that God has given to you. It says in the word, it says in Romans 8:37, no, despite all these things, overwhelming victory is ours through Christ who loved us. And I'm convinced that nothing can ever separate from God's love. Neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither our fears for today nor our worries about tomorrow. Not even the power of hell can separate us from God's love. So today I want to encourage you guys. I want to encourage you guys to press forward. Know that nothing can separate you from God's love. Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't matter how many things came at you in 2020, even in 2021, just know that nothing will separate you from his love, and that he is with you, and that you are victorious. So whatever you have given up because of your reality, I encourage you to pick it back up. That is what God is telling you to do too. Pick it back up. Whatever he said to you, ask him to resurrect it. Ask him to resurrect your hope. Ask him to resurrect your mindset, your work ethic, whatever the enemy had tried to steal in 2020, even in 2021, even in years prior to that. Ask him to resurrect it. He's the God of restoration. He will not leave you. So I hope this serves as an encouragement, and I hope this word was for somebody, because I knew it was for me. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. And before you leave it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.